All right, gang, welcome back. Let me get the chat up in my main screen here so I can say hello to everybody. There we go. Tally Foreman, what's up? Silver Surfer in the house. Edward, good morning. Nate, good morning. All right, so there, if you don't know what this live stream is all about, there's a supposed recording of Aron. I don't know if it's at a theater, at an airport. The stories are running rampant. And there are also people that are saying it's AI, generated voice. I don't know. We're going to all find out together, and we can all react to it together. I think that the people that I hear still complaining for the past couple weeks, they're going to say, this recording is proof that Aron doesn't believe in synthetics. I mean, if you haven't been paying attention, he's been telling you that on Twitter for a year and a half now. So if that's the big gotcha out of this space call today, then I'm going to say, pfft. But if there's something more interesting than that, we'll find out. Nate says, how do I merge my Discord with YouTube? Nate, in every video description, if you go click on the video description, scroll down a little bit, there's a link with the instructions. You have to go into your Discord settings and then in there link it to your YouTube. Shad, what's going on? The bricks. Juicy, what's up? Arby's in the house. What else we got here? This Twitter space call should be starting in about 25 minutes. I just wanted to make sure I could say hi to you guys and kind of set up what we're about to hear. It looks like, as I'm looking at all these banks over here, and I've been watching all the stocks this morning, it mostly looks like the market's like, we can breathe again. These are all your bank stocks here. Most of them are up 2 to 20%. And then if we look at the general market, it's looking mostly pretty good today too. A couple red. Retail stocks, the high beta stocks are also up. Some of them quite well. Apes up 6% today. BBIG's up 5%. Even Bed Bath & Beyond caught 0.007 cents. God. At least they're up 1% today. Cosm's up. DWAC is down. Did Trump get arrested yet? I haven't turned on the TV today. And GameStop, I'll be live once this Twitter space call is over, guys. I'll be live close to market close again. We'll circle the wagons, touch base, and then cross our fingers for GameStop. They do report. They report after hours today. Hope for a generation. Yeah, deep fake. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Shin Kyoku, what's up? Thank you for supporting the channel for 14 months. Look at that. Boston Strong, good morning, good afternoon to you up there in Boston. Matt, good afternoon. What is the big secret? Dan, all right, Dan, I don't know, because it's kind of odd, guys. It's kind of odd that all the people that hate Aron, the YouTubers and the influencers, it's kind of odd that they were all secretly sent this recording in advance so they could dribble little snippets out, but none of the rest of us got it. So I've only heard the snippets that are out there. We'll find out. Brav's Car, good afternoon to you. PV, good afternoon, good evening to you in Denmark. Wow. Edward says, can I personally sue the Marine for this? I guess, I don't know. I'm not an attorney, Edward. Guest says, is there a way to know if Antera and Adam Aron finished dumping their shares? As ownership percentage changes, Gus, they'll have to file 8Ks. Antera will. So that's what I'm looking for on Antera. AMC, since they already have the shelf offering on the ape, we won't know until the next something to do with ape. They don't have to file a 8K just because they sold some shares. Micah, good afternoon. Yes, I'm doing swell. While the market's been in meltdown mode, I don't know if you guys are following me on Twitter or the community tab. I did get a little bit of a chance to catch up on movies this week. So what did we see? Yesterday, the movie 65, which is that, I guess, I was going to say it's set in the future, but I think it's actually set in the past. The dude in a spaceship crashes on Earth 65 million years ago. And it's him against the dinosaurs. That one was, look, it's not going to win any Oscars, guys, but if you got 90 minutes to spare and you're looking for something to do to take your mind off the market melting down, it was a good time. And I do believe in supporting my investment. So, and plus I just like movies. And then what else did I go see? Dungeons and Dragons. That I got to go see an early release on Dungeons and Dragons last week. Took the wife. She enjoyed it also. That's not really her genre of movies, but she enjoyed it. It was funny. I would liken it to a mix between Lord of the Rings, like, all the visuals that you would expect from that, but none of the seriousness. The tone of the movie was more like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like it was nothing but trying to cut up jokes the entire time. And some of the gags in that movie were hilarious. So that one will be officially out on March 31st. Go see that one. I think it might be a sleeper surprise hit. I don't know. And no, you do not need to know anything about Dungeons and Dragons to enjoy that movie. I mean, if you know what the word druid means, or bard, what else? There was a druid, a bard, a wizard. If you can understand those basic concepts, you got the movie. And then I have my John Wick 4 tickets for Thursday afternoon, this Thursday, early screening on that. So that is one thing we can do is if you have money to allocate towards entertainment, go support your investment. It's always funny to me how few people I see actually supporting their investment. All I want to do is make a bunch of videos and complain. Take a deep breath. Go see a movie. Have some fun. Live your life. $11:42 here. We got 18 minutes. Pello, good afternoon to you. Let's see how GameStop's doing. AMC's, let me scoot this over. AMC is up almost 3%. GameStop has their earnings today, and they are up. We often get a pre-earnings rally in GameStop, and they are up almost 7%. What is the secret recording, Jake? I don't know. We're going to find out together, Jake. Only the people that hate Adam Aron have been given the... if they hate Adam Aron and they hate AMC enough, they were selected to receive it in advance. But everybody's been kind of hush-hush about exactly what it says. So we'll find out. Steve says, with the AMC stock owners overwhelmingly supporting the reverse split, doesn't that make the lawsuits moot? If you're asking my opinion, Steve, yes, but I'm not a judge. That is why, because it was an overwhelming yes, that is why AMC filed the motion to dismiss. So they did. I've read through all the filings. I've read through all of AMC's documents all the way back to 2013. I've read through the creation of APE. All of this is boilerplate information that many, many companies have used that are incorporated in Delaware. There's nothing new or tricky that AMC used. I've found the exact same sort of depository receipts from preferred shares in many different companies using almost word for word the exact same wording. I feel fairly confident that the lawsuit will be tossed out. And for anybody who's telling you it was illegal what AMC did, they have not researched jack shit about corporate filings with other companies or standard corporate law in Delaware. Now, maybe the judge will find something that I missed, but I can assure you from my own eyeballs that exactly the wording that AMC has regarding the creation of the preferred shares, super common. Back in 2013, Tesla has it. Even GameStop has it. These blank check preferred stocks. That's one of the reasons why you incorporate in Delaware. And then I was able to find other companies that created depository receipts just like APE. So there's nothing illegal going on here. I get it. People are upset, but no illegality happened. KDM says, what YouTubers got the video? I'm not going to call out any names, KDM, but you can go on the channels of the ones who have been very wishy-washy against AMC and find their little teasers over the past couple days. I was sent this file. Yeah, by who? By who? David Mullen, what's going on? Adria says, popcorn, anyone? Poor Billy. Gus says, I have a confession, Tony. I've never once been to an AMC theater. Well, I get it. If there's not one near you, I will forgive you. And for many people, that's the case. I get it. Do I think we'll hear anything soon about the possible dismissal? I said in the Discord on Monday that I expect to hear something about the dismissal by end of business Wednesday. That is tomorrow. So let's find out. That's just my rough guess. In the Delaware Chancery Court, this is a special court set aside just for corporate action, corporate lawsuits. Things can tend to move fairly quickly in that court unless the lawyers are purposely dragging it out. So a motion is made. I would not be surprised if the judge heard it this week, but I don't know for sure. It would be, Steve. I'd like to see a tweet from Adam Aron. Steve said it'd be interesting to get an update on how popcorn sales are going. I got some the first day, I think, that it came out just to try them, and I bought a couple of competitors to try them side by side. And I know people are going to think I'm biased, but I liked the AMC popcorn the best, especially the clear winner was the extra butter. But I understand everybody has their different taste preferences, so that's just my opinion. Go try it, and let us know what you think. It's okay if you don't like it. Not everybody likes the same things, but I've been seeing a lot of people post that it's sold out everywhere. So I need to do another recon trip up to the store. When I looked on the Walmart website, the store that I bought it at, it wasn't even listed anymore. So I'm assuming that they sold out. Are we about to hear a deep fake? Well, we're going to find out. I want to chronicle this so we can hold everybody involved in it responsible. if it is indeed a deep fake. We're going to get all this on video. Anybody who's promoting it, anybody who's been tweeting it out, if it is fake, it's going to be chronicled just in case they delete it. Good afternoon to you, Milwaukee. Tone Scott Bravscar says they went to their local Dollar General and picked up a copy from the Red Box. What are we talking about? A copy of what? We have, I see 12onomics says he likes Cinemark better. We had a Cinemark, or was it a Regal? I think it was, might have been a Regal just right up the road from me. And it was, the popcorn was always horrible and stale. And I think that location, it was either a Cinemark or Regal. It's closed now anyways. I have to look it up on my map. I hated going there. Sometimes I'd go there before I owned AMC, just out of convenience of movie times, you know. If you don't own a movie stock, you go to whichever one is closest to you and most convenient. Theaters near me. Let's see if they still have it on the map, even though it's closed. It doesn't even say what it is. I think it was a Regal. Anyways, good riddance to that one. The popcorn always sucked. I am, speaking of eating at the movies, I was reviewing the AMC menu when I was going to the movie yesterday to see what I was going to eat. And my goal for you guys and for myself, just to say that I've done it and have an opinion if people ask, is to try everything on the menu. And I don't just mean a hot dog, a flatbread pizza, and a popcorn. We do have one of the dine-in theaters here, and there is a shit ton of stuff on the menu. Hamburgers, chicken sandwiches, all sorts of gourmet pizzas, a bunch of different appetizers, I think loaded tater tots, maybe, nachos, supreme nachos. What else? So they got the shakes. And anyways, I've almost made it entirely through the menu except for the appetizers. So that's what I need to go try a few more of the appetizers, and then I can check that off the bucket list. There have been a few things that I don't like, but the majority of the food's been pretty good. I was marveling yesterday at the Bavarian pretzel. First of all, I've never had one at a theater. And I was looking at the menu as I was getting ready to go out to the theater, because you can pre-order your food on the app. And I was like, how is a fucking pretzel $16? And then I got there. I just asked the girl at the counter, I said, do you guys have those Bavarian pretzels here? And she's like, yeah, we do. And I was like, well, how big are they? And she said, well, it's like for 4 people. I was like, holy what? So she brought one out. I asked her to stick her hand out and take a picture next to it. I don't know if you can see her hand in relation to the size of that pretzel. This thing is massive. So I did not have that yesterday, but we'll try that another day. David says, I saw 65, better than I thought. Yeah, it was. I had low expectations, honestly, going in to see 65. So 7 minutes to go to the space call. I had low expectations, and it was entertaining. It was not an awful movie. Like I said, you're not going to see anybody win an Oscar off of that. But I bought 2 beers. I had 90 minutes where I didn't have to think about the markets crashing. It was not a bad day. Chat James, what's up? Casey Hogue says that, I guess that's an AMC theater. AA theater. AA Theater 1 seems legit. What is... Oh, Adam Aron. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of videos of Adam Aron, answering questions, and I've done a couple videos on those. This one that we're about to listen to, I don't know that his face is on it, so we don't even know if it's legit. So, and he says synthetics exist and aren't the problem. He says, I think what he's saying is, much like I've been saying, and Adam Aron has said several times, the reason shorts are in any company is not because of synthetics or FTDs. They're in it because they sense fundamental financial weakness, and nobody should deny that. Not one of you. If you're that's why in my little red-green analysis for stocks, if it's a heavily shorted stock, that's a red. That's a red for that investment or that speculative play. If you're looking at a stock that has a high short interest, the first thing you should do is okay, they're after this company for a reason. Let me understand why before I put a bunch of money in it. So that's how I want you guys trained to think, not trained to think it's high short interest, let's pile our life savings into it. And that's what Adam Aron's trying to say. They're coming after the company because of the fundamentals and the financials, and he wants to fix that. He's not saying, I don't know if he's saying they're synthetics or not. I guess we'll hear on this upcoming call. But synthetics and FTDs and naked shorting, that is going to remain in every single company that is underperforming, especially in a bear market. The only things really that you can do is hope that the market turns around so that money can flow back in, and then the bears are less willing to short stuff because everything's going to be going up, kind of like today, or that the company has some fundamental news that changes the perspective on the future of the company. In the meantime, sometimes when we have massive buying pressure, we can kick off a squeeze in a lot of stocks. I see it every single week, whether it's FOMO or short squeeze. Sometimes they become combined, but I think that in a lot of these retail plays, that kind of massive buying power for something that's diluted as much, 1.5 billion shares like AMC, it's really, really hard. It takes a lot of money to move this stock at this point. You need some company-specific good news or some market-specific good news. And I don't know. Some people are willing to just say, fuck it, let them go bankrupt. Let the clock start ticking, and maybe we'll get lucky and have a catalyst before they run out of cash. But the smart play is take active steps not to go bankrupt. Dan Man asking, is there a list of theaters Adam Aron is going to? He tweets them out, Dan, so you'd need to check with him on Twitter. Yeah, I think many of the people that have heard Adam's the video evidence of him answering questions have, they kind of misconstrue what he's saying. We'll see. We'll see what they got up their sleeve here in 2 minutes on this next one. Piano Olympics. Shorts can be wrong about a company. They can, absolutely. And even if they're right, Piano Olympics, even if they're right, you can still have short squeezes, right? Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I see short squeezes every week in a lot of companies that are in trouble. But you got to have massive buying pressure, and I'm not seeing massive buying pressure. So then it's a waiting game, or you just move on. That's everybody's choice. Am I in the Tesla run up? I am not in Tesla at the moment. I bought it back in November at like $88 and sold in the February run up. So I'm waiting for it to come back down. Where are we at with Tesla today? Oh yeah, that's a nice little move up, 7%. How will capital gains play into this, Medine? I'm not sure what you mean by that. All right, let's see if they start on time. I'm waiting for it to show that it started. Sufyan, what's up, amigo? Yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow for the at the end of the Fed meeting to find out if we're getting a quarter point rate hike or what. What do you think? Are these guys going to, obviously they're not starting on time. Are they going to show up is the question now. By the way, the guy that is hosting this space call just started his Twitter account a few days ago. He just showed up on Twitter, but he's the one that got the secret one-on-one meeting with Aron. Kind of interesting. I'm not seeing that the space call has started yet. Okay, now it started. Now it started. Where's my audio? Anybody else hearing anything? All I'm hearing is static. I mean, can anyone else independently hear something on that call? Not on my stream, but if you have Twitter open. Edward says he's in it and it's dead. Okay, so I'm just making sure it's not me. I'm joined. There's 21 people in, but I can't hear anything, so. Yuka, what's up, buddy? The call has not, the call is started, but nobody's speaking yet. They're probably waiting for more folks to join in. Only 35, 43 now in. Let me put AMC up here on the. AMC machine, what's up? Odds of a decent AMC run up by the 27th. Why the community division on AMC stock? AMC machine. Wow. There's always a chance of a run up.
Hi Tony. 1. Odds of a decent AMC run up by the 27th. 2. Why the community division on AMC stock?
Odds of a run up depend on, I can't give you a percentage on the odds. There's a lot of volatility in this play, a lot of unknowns with the lawsuit. We've got the bank stuff dragging us down. If that all clears up and we can have a few more green days in the market, that is helpful. I'm not looking at the reverse split or the conversion. In my view, this is not like a MOAS starter. This is just something to help the company improve the balance sheet, which eventually, if they're able to successfully do that, can help convince the shorts to get out of the play. But anything exciting can always happen when corporate events like this are going on. So in my view, the odds are low, but I wouldn't say they're zero. Why is the community divided? Because people don't like reverse splits. But most of the people that have experience with reverse splits are plain penny stocks, and we've already gone through that so many times, I'm not going to go through it again. I'm not worried about the reverse split. I'm more concerned about the effects of dilution. That is, statistically, a dilution event is going to provide some negative pressure to the price of a stock. But we were already facing dilution. We were already facing dilution with AMC and APE. So for me, nothing really changed there. They're going to blame it. People will blame it. Oh, Aron diluted with AMC. Well, he was going to keep on diluting with APE. You're not going to avoid it. All right, we got 68 in the space now. Is there a cricket or something? That is their space call that's making that little recurring noise there. Rain says, do I use TradingView or just Webull? I pay for TradingView, but I don't use it a lot. I have stated in intention for a long time to switch for the live stream over from Webull to TradingView. I just haven't sat down and configured all my TradingView to make it conducive to live streaming. Right, Juan? That's what we're here to find out, Juan. Who is this? Who is this guy who just showed up on Twitter and has a secret recording? I have not seen any news on Trump, Anthony, other than they were setting up barricades around the courthouse or something in New York. Punchy Nuts, what's up? Clark, how you doing? There is a secret recording, Clark, that the Adam Aaron haters are going to unleash on the world, and I want to make sure we get it documented in case this is fake or a deep fake.
Just do what you gotta do.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
No, take your mic off.
And then I got to hang up with you, right?
Can y'all hear him?
And then take your mic off.
Okay. I'm going to hang up.
Okay, bye.
All right. Looks like they're getting close to ready to go. I have not heard the recording, Joseph. They only sent it to the YouTubers who hate AMC a few days ago. Is the National Enquirer sponsoring this space call? This is like when Geraldo opened Al Capone's vault live. I watched that. Oh man, I watched that for what? That was like a 2 or 3 hours. Like, we're almost through the wall. We're almost there. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Mario, no one can give you a good explanation because you're not losing. We're not going to do the losing 90% of our shares nonsense on this channel. Go back to the clickbait, buddies. That is a phrase that was put out on all the AMC negative channels. You notice there's only certain people saying that, and not one of them understand anything about finance. A reverse split and a split have zero impact on anything, any of the math. If that is a phrase that you like, this is not the channel for you, because we actually deal with facts and math.
Not sure if everyone can hear me. Still trying to figure this out.
Sounds like Casey Shaw a little bit.
Silent space?
Hey, I am so sorry. Is that you, Chris?
No, I'm not Chris, but I was just wondering, is this a silent space? Or
I am having a hard time hearing you guys.
Because no one's talking. Having a hard time hearing you too.
what's going on? What are we doing here?
That's
so
what
we're just
all
doing
wondering.
a quick little space call regarding some audio that I happened to capture with Adam Aaron recently.
Is this the audio that's like clipped up and cut up?
Yes, sir.
Chopped up and screwed up?
Exactly. And I apologize ahead of time.
Do you happen to have the
I am
entire
trying
video?
to figure out how to use this space call.
Corey,
This is my
I was
first time.
joking.
Have
I
you
was
ever
joking,
listened
Corey.
to the entire video, or just the chopped up and screwed up version?
The chopped up version.
Yeah, I think
thing,
you're
actually,
missing
yeah.
some details there. It's kind of like, could you imagine if I took your tweet and blacked out like 50% of it and then said, this is factual? That wouldn't make
Right.
much sense, would it?
No, I wouldn't. You're right. Absolutely right. Let me see here. Hang tight with me.
Hang tight with me. I need
Heather,
to
can you
need
hear
to
me?
check with the lawyers and see if I can release this chopped up video.
Oh, that's the Chris you're looking for, huh? I know that guy.
I do want to apologize to everybody that is listening if you guys can hear me. I was supposed to have a couple other people, such as Mike, and then also George Donahue helping me out with this. But neither of them are here to help assist me with this space call and how to use it. And I do want to apologize to everyone. So maybe we just may have to reschedule, okay? I apologize for the inconvenience.
You got to be fucking kidding me. Some of the main people promoting this didn't even show up. He ended it. He ended the call. He's back on, someone said. All right. Let me see. Jay says, isn't Donahue writing a letter to the courts? I've seen a few people that have said they're writing a letter to the courts. I don't know that a judge is going to read a letter that has, from someone that is not actively involved in the lawsuit. But again, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a judge. Seems like might be wasted time, but if it makes them feel good, hey, knock yourself out. I think the more effective thing to do, if you're really concerned, is file your own lawsuit. That's what is guaranteed to get the judge's attention. Writing a letter, I don't know what that does. Main Law says, I wish you would have been at the SEC protest app. I've reached out to Mr. George many times, Main Law, a long time ago about a lot of things on Twitter and YouTube. He's never once responded to me. He does not want to have any type of fact-based discussion. I'll tell you that. Because there are plenty of people that don't like what I say, but they have the decency to at least respond. When you say something like, there's no shares available. I looked on Stonko Tracker, and I just provide evidence that, hey, Stonko Tracker, if you read the fine print right here, it tells you they're only getting data from one lender. So out of the hundreds of lenders, you're making videos saying there's no shares available. And I'm just pointing out to you that in their own disclosure, it tells you that this is not representative of anything other than this one lender. He doesn't want to have that discussion. He wants to put out the clickbait nonsense. He wants to talk about OBV when clearly it is messed up. Don't go there. Don't go there with me. Nobody that likes to have fact-based discussions will talk to me, because I will fucking eat their lunch. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'd have a beer with him and I'd ask him, why don't you like facts? Where is your evidence of anything that you're saying? Nothing against the dude. I don't like fucking clickbait. I don't like people that can't even have a discussion, like not even the courtesy of a reply about anything that goes against what they think. I will do that any day of the week with anyone that can be respectful about it. Unfortunately, most of the people that want to have a debate with me have spent their entire last year just doing personal attacks. So they're out of the running for a discussion. Why would the company go bankrupt? Casey, we have credit cards not out yet, Casey. I mean, Casey, I'm not going to do this discussion again. I've put out months and months of content about the financials. You need to learn to read a financial statement. Again, just the quick recap. Until domestic box office is over 11 billion, no matter what, let's leave credit cards and popcorn out of it for a second. Until domestic box office is over 11 billion, this company will not make money, will not make a profit. So it's going to be a slow bleed on the cash in the bank. Right now, slow is 225 million a quarter. We have 600 million in cash. You do the math. 2 to 3 quarters, they are done. Now, They do have credit cards coming. I don't, in my view, see credit cards as being a major contributor to bottom line profitability, especially not immediately. Popcorn is going to provide incremental revenue, which is good, but not enough to pay off $5 billion in debt. And remember back in 2020 when the company was fixing to go bankrupt, they had $300 million in the bank. When the cash drops low enough, the lenders are going to accelerate the loans. So I don't know. I mean, I've been explaining this. I know the other channels are saying, oh, they've got 600 million. That's plenty. It's not fucking plenty. If there's any hiccup, you could be toast in a quarter. Do I believe there are illegal naked shorts out there? I don't rule anything out, Mr. Monkey. Oh, they just ended the call again. What the fuck? The retail popcorn sales, they need to get the production ramped up. I'm sure they're going to make, by my numbers, 30 to 35% profit margin on that. And until I see what the throughput is on how many they're selling, I can't give you a good guess. But incremental revenue is good. Credit cards, if we can make money on that, awesome. Popcorn, if we can make extra money on that, awesome. But I don't know that, in 2023 that either one of those is going to be enough to get us into cash flow positive. Really what we need is we need butts in seats. We need domestic box office up. When domestic box office goes up, you can extrapolate that out to global box office, and then you get all that concession money coming in. That's really the bulk of the income, concession money. We were at 7 billion domestic last year. We should finish this year around 9. 2018, 2019, we were at 11. We're projected to get to 11 billion next year if all goes well. So that is a long waiting game, and the company wants to make sure they have enough cash to survive till then. Talk about the QSIP, Dan. I don't know what you want me to say about QSIPs. I agree with what Adam Aron said. A QSIP change is not going to do anything. Why do I say that? Because I've watched a million reverse splits, and most of them, if we are watching them, they have a little bit of FOMO run up right before, and then the QSIP change does nothing. I'm talking about these little penny stock companies, the ones that everybody complains about reverse splits not working on. Every reverse split has a QSIP change. So I don't know how you could look at those failing penny stock reverse splits and think that a QSIP change mattered for AMC when it clearly didn't matter for them. QSIP change is just internal, I call it an internal barcode for the system to track the change in a stock. At the end of the day, guys, look, everything that needs to be said on this play has already been said. This fucking space call, this is entertainment at this point. The vote already happened. You either have your position or you don't. Nothing's going to change from you listening to this. Adam Aron has already said many, many times they have found no evidence of synthetics. So what is the fucking point of this call? You need to hear him say it one more time, and then you'll really hate him. Like, if you hated him, you should have already made your mind up a long time ago when he very first told you that they found no evidence of synthetics. I really don't understand, other than trying to trick people into getting out of this play or convince them. What is the point of this? What is the fucking point? It's a fucking clown show is all it is. This is a bunch of people who got nothing to do but complain because they didn't get their way. What is honestly the fucking point? Do you need to hear him say one more time that the company does not believe that synthetics are the issue? God damn, grow up. Some of y'all out there in YouTube land need to grow the fuck up. But we need one more conspiracy, Tony, to get our last round of clickbait videos in. Why I'm angry at Adam Aron. Adam Aron just said this. Get everybody all pissed off, riled up again. They'll milk this shit for a week. Micah says, what is your opinion on getting more GME today right before the earnings? I would have picked up some GME before this little run up today, Micah. Now, that being said, the reason I say that I would not be picking it up right now is if the news is bad, you're going to see all of the run up today bleed off in a couple seconds. If the news is good, obviously it's going to run up from here, but none of us really know. We all have our feelings what the news is going to be on GameStop. But if for whatever reason they don't meet expectations, all these gains today are going to be evaporated in a couple seconds. That's your gamble. If the news is good, it'll run up in after hours. I already have a long position in GameStop, so I'm not adding any prior to this call. This will be kind of the seminal moment for GameStop. They've been closing stores. They've been cutting overtime. They've been laying off staff at all levels. So I know they're doing what they need to do to cut costs here in Q1, the one we're in now. I really need to see how they performed in Q4. And then I can have a better assessment of why are they doing all this in Q1? Was Q4 really bad and they need a good story? Or was Q4 really good and they want to prove to us they can really get to profitability in Q1? So we'll find out in a few hours. What would be the price of AMC after the reverse split? Please go watch my videos, guys. All these common questions have been answered. I have a video called Ape Conversion that goes over multiple possible scenarios of what the price will be. Nobody knows for sure. Yeah, Steve, you guys want to look at Q1 versus Q4. Let me find it. Right now in Q1, we're sitting at 1.5 billion for the quarter, which is better, slightly better than Q1 of 2022, slightly worse than Q1 of 2020. We have about 9 days left in this quarter. We got a couple good movies coming up with John Wick 4. So I would look to the numbers for AMC from Q1 2020 for an idea of what to expect for this quarter that we're in right now. But this quarter we're in right now, we won't get the numbers on that for a couple months as far as a earnings call. But it's lining up to be very close to 2020. And you can see we're still, for those that are wondering why we aren't making money yet, look at 2019, 2.4 billion. We're $1 billion off in this quarter. We got a long way to go on recovery. But we're on the right path if you look at the trajectory. And that I think you can do here. Here we go. Here's a projection. Right now we're tracking for about 8 billion. So this shadow area is the range of Q1s. This yellow line is where we're at. We need to have this yellow line up around 11 billion, and that's not going to happen in 2023. 2024, we got a shot. As far as what I think, guys, what Adam Aron wants, I tell you what I would want if I was the CEO. I would want whatever it took to get about 2 billion cash in the bank. If I was fortunate enough to not decimate the price, I would like another billion to pay off some debt at a discount. Or more, or a billion or two. Everything that happens is going to be dependent on a couple things. What is the market like when he releases this? Is there any good news that is going to come out at the same time that he announces the dilution? Or is it just the judge approved the lawsuit, it's over, we're reverse splitting tomorrow, and by the way, here's a dilution announcement, and everybody fend for yourselves? If that happens, I can't tell you what's going to happen with the price. That's why my guidance to you right now is if you're already pretty highly into this play, use some good common sense, some prudence before you're thinking about loading up before the reverse split, because I can't tell you what's going to happen. I am not adding to my position at this point, because if it goes great, I've already got stock. If it goes not so great, I'd rather buy it when it drops. So I'm not doing anything other than waiting for the sorting machine to sort out what's going to happen. Would a squeeze benefit Adam Aron the most? Yeah, I mean, if they had a shelf offering, main law, and the price squoze, the company would sell into that. Right now, they basically have no shares left. They've got 60 million APE left. But companies often sell into squeezes if they have an offering already on the table. That's those sleeper offerings that you got to worry about. Remember that? I always talk about these on these penny stocks that everybody's pumping. Oh, this one's going to the moon. The short interest is 400%. I was like, yeah, but you're not looking at that shelf offering they filed 7 months ago. They're just waiting for you to run it up so they can dilute. They're not going to do that. They wouldn't want to ruin the squeeze, but they want to fix their balance sheet. That little penny stock company, you betcha they're going to sell into your squeeze. That is basic CEO behavior. Every CEO is going to do that. Sell into a squeeze. And if they don't have an offering already on the table, you know what they'll do? Chapter 2, they'll file an offering. Chapter 1, if your price is squeezing and you got shares available, you sell them. Guys, this is a lesson for the rest of your life. Don't hate a CEO. They all do it. I'm just telling you, learn the rules of the fucking game. You need to look at the filings. If something's running up, go check real quick. Do they have an offering still open? Because they will sell into it. Number 2, when someone tells you something's going to a quadrillion dollars per share, I can tell you that if they don't have an offering on the table, as soon as it starts running up, they're writing the paperwork to get one out there. And they will issue more shares. That is chapter 2. I've almost never seen it not work out that way. At least if the company's in trouble, if they need cash, they're going to figure out a way to capitalize on what retail is doing. I'm not saying that to pick on anybody. I've just seen it too many times, almost every time. Slot Massacre, I don't know how fast the judge needs to respond to a motion to dismiss. I'm not sure. It was my guess that we would hear something this week, maybe even by the end of the day tomorrow. That's just a guess. I have not tried to do any work to look up previous cases, how fast she looked at those. But I think the attorneys are probably going to be telling her, look, the vote is in. It was an overwhelming yes. It is detrimental to everybody to let this drag out till the 27th of April. Can you at least address the motion? And we'll see. I don't know. We'll see if I'm right tomorrow. The reason that she might not look at it is she might say, well, there are some matters of law that I want to dig into here. The vote, she might say the vote is irrelevant. Like, I want to dig in, I want to get into this little bit about you telling ComputerShare to vote proportionally. We've never talked about that before. Let's haggle that out in court so I can make a decision. William says, why not sell more ape at 58 cents? William, if he's selling ape at 58 cents, you're diluting billions of shares, William. As an AMC stockholder, you should be really angry that someone is getting billions of shares, diluting your AMC vote, diluting your company, because all of that comes to the same income statement, William. Nobody's avoiding ape. All of that ape dilution, now we're talking billions of them, William, is definitely affecting you as an AMC shareholder. It's affecting your votes. You've got 100 shares or 1,000 shares, and now you want another billion sold to some institution for 58 cents. You're going to be run over. You're going to lose control of this company. And you're handing it to these institutions on a silver platter for pennies on the fucking dollar. You're handing your votes away. And all of those shares come together on the income statement, the financials. They're all combined to calculate earnings per share. By every way we measure it, it is dilution for every single holder of AMC and APE. And it is horrible to be giving them away for 58 cents. Billions of them. Yeah, Cracker Mac says he sold them to Antara for 66. The net price, Cracker Mac, was about 82 cents if you look at everything that Antara bought. But that's mincing onions at this point, right? The point is he sold them to Antara at what the market price was. How it got there, was it shorted? Did he let it fall? Fuck if I know. But guess what, guys? We all had the chance to buy at that price, and many of us did. And some of y'all want to cast stones at us now for being smart investors, for taking advantage of cheap shares that were destined to become AMC. I say, why were you not smart enough to pick them up? Why do you want to cast stones at people that were astute investors? You had the opportunity to profit off that too, but you got angry and you decided not to do it. So go look in the mirror and have a long talk with yourself. Don't come here and talk to me about that bullshit. You'd be up triple your money right now. The only person to blame is the person looking in your mirror right now. Well, I guess Robert decided to call it a day. All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to take a quick break. We will be back in 90 minutes. 90 minutes I'll be back. We're going to be talking about GameStop. We'll finish up the bell. We'll see the GameStop numbers, and then we'll hang out at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Will be that 2-minute conference call. Although we hope it's a good 30-minute one where they lay out everything they've been doing for the new strategy. William, yes, we do talk about crypto from time to time. If I could ever get a little bit of breathing room from talking about AMC, William, I would love to talk more about crypto. All right, guys. Take a deep breath. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back in 90 minutes.